Will Smith thought it was funny, but Jada did not from the start.
Oh, look at this, is with a woman too. Oh, no.
And we're back, Shakers. As you all know, Will Smith is in an entanglement with Jada.
Entanglement.
Bad marriage for life.
Jada has a shaved head, so short that she could play G.I. Jane. Chris Rock was hosting the recent Oscars and made a joke that Jada could play G.I. Jane in G.I. Jane 2. Will Smith got angry, goes up on stage, and slaps Chris Rock during the Oscars. But was it all just an act to boost the Oscars' plummeting ratings? And if not, what does that say about Will Smith? We're going to be breaking down their body language to find out. So now, let's get started.
Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord.
Right here, we see Will Smith authentically laughing at a joke that's at the other couple's expense. So he's perfectly fine right here. He doesn't seem to be having that bad of a night as of now.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Chris Rock just said the joke that is gonna supposedly get him in trouble. But notice Will Smith's body language and Jada's body language here, and we'll break it down. As you just saw, Will Smith was showing authentic body language of being amused by Chris Rock's joke. He was amused by it. He actually thought it was funny. He starts slapping his hands, he starts laughing with an open smile, open laughter. Man, crazy. However, if you focus on Jada, totally different story. Will Smith thought it was funny, but Jada did not from the start.
Oh, look at this, is with a woman too. Oh, no.
Jada just folds her hands in restraint and gives an eek expression indicating disappointment. As of right now, Will thinks it's funny. Jada doesn't think it's funny at all.
I hate this guy. I hate this guy. He's so obnoxious.
So it's kind of interesting what's going to unfold here. Chris Rock gives palms out open expression with a smiling face to coax on Jada to smile back, to come on, take the joke, it's just a joke, come on, take the joke, because she's not smiling. And as we're gonna see, maybe she caused Will to get mad about this. The camera never pans back to Will and Jada Smith. So it's only assumed that Will is starting to feel some of Jada's pain here and starting to feel like, hey, you know, you said something about my girl type thing. But here's the backstory of why Chris Rock is giving that palms out, smiling, open expression to coax on Jada Smith to smile too. Will is nominated that night for Best Actor, and he eventually goes on to win Best Actor and is his first Academy Award in his whole career. Will has starred in so many blockbuster movies, and he's never won an Academy Award. So this is effectively his night where it's like, oh, finally, Will Smith is going to be winning an Academy Award. Wow, you know? It's actually a big night for him. But kind of interesting how this all plays out. Now, when we hit play, notice Chris Rock's body language. In that body language cluster, Chris Rock raises his eyebrows, raises his shoulders, shows his palms, and gives an appeasing smile. In body language, when we show our hands, we're trying to show to somebody that we mean no harm or we cause no harm because our hands are what can hurt somebody. Think about what police do when they say, show me your hands, show me your hands. They're obviously doing that because that's what can hurt the cop. You're not gonna be shooting a gun with your feet. In body language, it's critical to focus on situation, context, and cluster. If they're not focusing on situation, context, and cluster, they're not reading body language. They're just being an idiot. Chris Rock's eyebrow raised in this cluster indicates that Chris Rock is very surprised that they're taking it so poorly. They're not taking it very well. And again, we don't have camera angle of Will and Jada Smith in the crowd. So we don't have that angle to really see how Will Smith changed from smiling and laughing and clapping to falling in line with Jada and saying, wait, Jada's not feeling very good about this, so I don't feel very good about this joke either. And even going further to do what we're gonna see later. We don't have that angle. And did you notice that Chris Rock cut himself off to stop saying something when he was about to say something? Can you guess what that was? Let's rewind it, see what you think. Yes, along with that defensive, appeasing cluster with his eyebrows raised, it seemed that Chris Rock was about to say, it's true, it's true. But he cuts himself off Now let's see what he says here.
That was a nice one.
Now Chris Rock verbally defends himself by saying that was a nice one, as well as this gesture indicating that it was middle of the road and it wasn't anything too high or too low. And it's possible in Chris Rock's mind, it's even a compliment to Jada. I mean, GiJane is badass and she's hot. It's not a diss. But apparently Jada has short hair because I think she has some kind of illness that she is unable to grow out her hair completely. So having short hair in that circumstance is going to be taken a lot differently than having short hair by 100% choice. Now let's keep watching.
Okay.
Given what just happened, Chris Rock puts his hands behind his back in a reset to be able to show more professionalism and, okay, I'm gonna reset, I'm gonna be more sturdy now. And all right, here I go with my next bit of my monologue, my segment here.
I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard.
Now Will Smith walks up on stage and approaches Chris Rock. We're gonna watch that piece in full. Watch for the body language, see what you think, then we'll rewind it and break it down.
Hey, get off the stage, man. You ain't in show business.
Oh, wow.
Will Smith walks directly up to Chris Rock and gives a swat on him. It actually isn't a slap because if you notice, we don't hear an actual slap of skin-to-skin contact. If we look at it closely, Will Smith apparently tried to give Chris Rock a big slap, but Chris Rock kind of darted a little bit out of the way and just got a glancing blow because we don't hear that skin-to-skin contact slap that you would normally hear with a full slap because it looks like Will Smith tried to slap him with a lot of his might. And it was not just a little bit, hey buddy, stop this. No, he tried to really swat at him.
Oh, wow. Wow.
As Will Smith is walking away, he adjusts his clothing and gives a little bit of a snarl here. After someone gets into a physical altercation, you may notice that they may give a snarl, right? You know why they do that? The snarl indicates hate, pain, or anger. So after someone may deck somebody, or in this case, just swat at somebody, you walk away, you give that snarl because it's still that lingering hate, pain, and anger that the person is feeling.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
So now Chris Rock tries to joke about it to deflect and divert away from the fact that he just got slapped by what many would consider the king of Hollywood. Here's the part where if you thought that it could be fake, it kind of changes your mind that it probably isn't fake. Watch.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
Will Smith drops an unbleeped F-bomb. If it was fake, they would have blurped that out. They would have had the ability to do that. And actually gives very, very authentic and sincere body language when he's looking right at Chris Rock and has those glassy eyes. We generally have glassy eyes in these situations here. Again, situation, context, and cluster. This situation here makes sense that he's gonna have glassy eyes because he's extremely hurt and angered, probably because he feels that Jada was hurt by it. And he was, as you saw before, he was laughing. He thought it was funny until he saw Jada. It was like, hey. And it was only until Jada was very sad about it, apparently, and was very disturbed by it, that's when he completely turns. It's like, dude, you thought it was funny too at first. It's only until you saw Jada's reaction. How would Chris Rock know that Jada was gonna take it that badly? Her own husband thought it was funny.
It was a GiJane joke.
How are you getting this mad over a GiJane joke? What the heck? And to a lot of people, it'd probably be a compliment. GiJane's badass, and a lot of people think that she's really hot. That's the compliment.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
When we feel strong emotion, we're gonna have those glassy eyes. And that's actually very hard to imitate. Even for an actor to do on the spot one shot like that. So he's authentically angry. And remember, network television gets into a lot of trouble if they allow F-bombs.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Because it's all unscripted and he's really nervous, so he's just saying whatever comes to mind and it's all mumbled and jumbled. Will was not upset at first. Will was not upset. But I think what happened is when the camera panned over and just showed Chris Rock talking, Will Smith got up to speed with Jada and started to feel some of her pain. So it appears that Will started to get angry when he found that Jada was upset and looked at the guy that he felt made her upset. It was like, hey, you made her upset. Let me go and handle it myself, and probably in his mind, like a man does. Real men are able to control their emotions and don't let their emotions get the better of them, like what we just saw here. So kind of unfortunately for Will Smith, it does appear to have been authentic, and it shows some of Will Smith's true colors. It shows how Will Smith can actually be, I think. You know, if you're willing to act like that in the Academy Awards, right, over a GiJane joke, is it possible Will Smith feels that it's okay to release anger like that? Use physical force, physical violence in other situations too? I think it's a little bit of a snippet into his life. Will Smith admittedly grew up with an abusive father.
Each of my siblings remembers that night in the bedroom. With me standing there in the doorway, I watched my father punch.
And now he does this. May indicate that... And Will Smith does this on his biggest night over a GiJane joke. He acts like this. Is this the first time that Will Smith has ever slapped somebody in his adult years? Is it? Is it the first time? I'm just asking. I gotta be careful because otherwise my doorbell's gonna ring and then I'm gonna see Will Smith there.
I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. This is a beautiful moment.
Will Smith, when he got his award, just generally apologized to the Academy. Didn't actually say what he was sorry for. As we said in other videos, when you're very, very specific of your apology, that's the most sincere apology. Not just saying, oh, I'm sorry. Like what Will Smith did.
Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family. Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams.
Will Smith seemed to have tried to justify what he did in his Academy Award acceptance speech. You only got mad once you realized that it hurt her feelings. You thought it was funny too. And it's pretty messed up too, because we see all these A-list celebrities give Will Smith these hugs and say, oh man, it's okay, man. Oh yeah, hugging Will Smith.
Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
Chris Rock is the real victim. No one gives anyone the right to physically assault anyone else. If you're mad at them, tell them, talk to them, say back to them, hey, that wasn't funny, shut up, man. Why don't you just say that if you're really upset about it? As opposed to walking up on stage and apparently assaulting Chris Rock. A lot of credit to Chris Rock that he was able to stand his ground and he didn't back down when Will Smith was walking up towards him. Will Smith's a big guy, you know? He's like 6'3", probably 200-something pounds. He's a big guy. You know, Chris Rock is this pretty small guy. And he walked right up to him, and Chris Rock didn't run away, didn't, back down, didn't show any flinching. And if anyone else other than a Hollywood A-list celebrity would have swatted Chris Rock, they would have been out in a flash. They would have security on them and toss them out the door of the Oscars. Some lady got thrown out of the Oscars for taking a selfie.
Well, a seat filler, we learn, was sacked. So not allowed to ever return again. Her crime? Taking photos with celebrities.
Will Smith, on the other hand, assaults somebody in front of everybody on stage and is still able to sit there and accept an Oscar as well.
And the Oscar goes to...
Will Smith!
That's what bothers a lot of people about Hollywood. It's the Hollywood elitism, that they are better than everybody else, that they are able to do things that other people can't do because simply they are in a movie. So they're better than everybody else. That's what pisses a lot of people off. And I think that's what annoys a lot of people about this situation. But Will Smith got away with it because Will Smith is a Hollywood A-list celebrity. They can do things that you and I can't do, especially a YouTuber. I would have been thrown out of there in 2 seconds. They probably would have shot me on sight. Now in the comments, what do you think should have happened and should happen to Will Smith? Let everyone know in the comments below.
Hope the Academy invites me back.
We're going to be talking more about this on my podcast. If you're not already subscribed to my podcast, you may want to do that. We are everywhere you get your podcasts, including Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon, Facebook, you name it. Everywhere you get your podcasts, that's where you can find the podcast Schaik. Now you're subscribed, you may want to subscribe because we don't want you to miss out on new body language and investigative videos that always seem to shake up YouTube. See you at the top.